sneeze.
Should we say hello first?
Yeah.
Hello.
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 Hello. Guess who's back again? It's us.
It's true. We're back.
It's been a while. It's been
Yeah.
a long couple weeks for us. But we're back in the saddle.
Call your friends.
I think for funny and for perspective, the episode that you guys last saw, which I believe was 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
We filmed in January. I'll put it that way. And then this one was filmed yesterday.
Yeah. This is
So it's been that
some
long.
like 11th hour, like sleeping with the book under your pillow for
Why
the
is this
book
this
report timing.
What? My thing is, did it die?
Yeah. It did.
Oh no!
Well, we're
And
looking
Phoebe's
at
controller's dead.
we're looking at Cleopatra.
I called you Phoebe. Tia's controller's dead. Old habits die
All
hard, I
right.
guess.
Well, I'll just provide the commentary.
No, well, we'll get it fixed. But
Yeah.
it's been a hot minute.
It has.
The next gym is the Levincia Electric Gym.
Okay.
We're just going to grind a little bit so that Soren Stew can be at a point where he can
Take a couple hits.
That's never gonna happen.
not be a sacrificial swap in. Let's put it that way.
Soren Stew will be my last use
And he'll probably get taken
because
out
he
immediately.
glides so that others can run. He falls with style.
True.
So we're just gonna do a little bit of grinding, maybe a little bit of gabbing,
A little grinding gab.
a little gabagool. What is that?
Yeah,
oh, it's a bombardier. Okay. I was like, there's what?
There's a legendary in the
There's a
sky.
demon flying overhead, man.
There's supposed to be an update coming in a week or two or soon. I don't know. But
They're gonna fix the whole game.
I hope they show it in. There's going to be a Pokemon Direct in 2 days for us, tomorrow for everybody, with like what's coming out for presumably DLC and whatnot. I hope they show the update and what it can do. There's some stuff that is coming that should have been in it in the base game,
Like some stability.
like such
Yeah.
as
Maps.
What?
in the PC, like being able to nickname or see what ribbons they have. Like
can't do
just-
that?
No.
That's some like
How about they
very
just, like,
minor but very useful quality of life.
Yeah, fix the basics. Don't let it glitch.
That's stuff that like should have existed
got-
from
it-
the get-go, right?
It's got
Yeah.
aftermath.
But what I'm really hoping is that,
Why does it have aftermath?
you know,
Okay, we're not gonna trade on Drifloons.
I hope that it doesn't take like, I don't know, 7 seconds to load a new PC box, or the game doesn't slow down to 2 frames a second when I'm in water.
Did they claim that's part of it or no?
It did. That wasn't listed.
So they're not gonna fix it.
I don't know. I don't know if they can. To be honest.
Anytime I see news for this game that's not like, hey, it's a stability patch.
I love that they're just standing by this choice though
I
to be
tune
like,
out.
it's
I'm like, no.
garbage and we're gonna keep it
Well,
garbage.
like, watch this. Here, oh, I went in my bag. Sorry.
I don't mean to be like hating on it. I know a lot of people
It's-
are really enjoying the
Okay,
game.
ready?
Yeah,
when
but
it works, it's
I'm talking
fun.
about basics. If any game did this, it's not
Yeah.
about like specifically
the fact
hitting
that it
this game.
individually
Yeah, watch how this
has
loads.
to generate.
Yeah.
And then it takes forever to like load the Pokemon. Like,
Yeah.
I would rather have a picture of Ghastly than
Yeah.
it take that long to pull up what Pokemon that is.
Yeah.
Like it makes you miss the sprites
Yeah.
Yes.
because they were functional.
So I don't know. We'll see. But we got Pokemon Day.
brain.
I'm hoping for from a DLC perspective, assuming they
Just
fix
fix it.
some stability things.
That's all I want.
I
Yeah.
am hoping for something
Matilda have a yo-yo?
something post game. Because right now there's literally nothing. You can re-battle the gym leaders one time, and then that's it.
Why have that limit?
The equivalent of the Elite Four
like, why?
is like a tournament you can do, and you fight like teachers and stuff. But like the gym leaders are done forever. Like all that's done
That
forever.
seems
But why
really
limit that?
bizarre.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping they do something.
That's odd.
My pipe dream is something they did it in Let's Go, and they did it in Legends Arceus,
Okay.
where there's a trainer that is a specialty trainer for every single Pokemon. Now, when I say every Pokemon, I mean there's an expert for Psyduck and one for Golduck, not just the family. And you go there and you have to fight him with just a Psyduck and only a Psyduck.
So it's Psyduck v Psyduck?
in Let's Go, it was Psyduck v Psyduck, but the Psyduck was like higher level than you were allowed to be and had moves that were super effective to you that a regular Psyduck couldn't learn.
That's
So
a cool
they made it
idea.
hard. In Legends, it was a counter picks. Like you might go in with a Psyduck and they might come at you with like a Grovyle and it's like a grass type. It's
Right.
evolved.
Not fair.
Yeah, and so you have to compensate by over leveling, building a strategy to fight that specific Pokemon.
Yeah.
And if you did it, you got a stamp on that Pokedex page. It's like, okay, you're a Psyduck master.
That's really
you did
cool.
it.
That's a cool idea.
I love it to death, and I would love to do that because that would be so much fun, like post-game stuff, like breeding and whatnot. Because if you want to do the example I just did, you'd have to breed a really good Psyduck, and that might not be the same as what you want for Golduck. So you'd want a separate one. You know what I mean?
That would be really fun.
I really liked it in Legends. I did it for probably about 20 to 30 of them because Legends, there's no like breeding. It's just the grit rocks and the leveling up.
Yeah, because it's like giving them candy, right?
Yep.
And you
yeah.
just get them.
So it's really easy to
the
raise
best.
them in that sense. And the like move relearner stuff that this game has is really cool. So that's what I'm hoping for. Any kind of post game. Because to be honest, right now, like I beat Scarlet and like I'm playing this version, but I beat Scarlet maybe a week or two after it came out, week or 3. I don't remember how I played it for a little bit. But then I beat it and I was like, there's nothing to do. And I was just done.
Finish the decks.
Yeah.
Did the legendary
Sneeze.
stuff.
Sneeze.
Sneeze!
Can you swap over? Oh. Hurry.
Sneeze!
Sneeze.
Oh, look at how cute.
Sneeze.
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 Let's
with
check
the
it out.
3 puffs.
Beware its cotton spores. If you accidentally breathe them in, you'll be racked with coughs and itchiness.
It's The Last of Us.
Wow. Speaking of, that was a great segue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've
Because
all
we haven't
watched
talked about it on this show, I don't think. At least not very much.
We've all watched it. We're all caught up.
Yes.
There's an episode
Holy
tomorrow.
cow.
Which is supposed to be
so good.
the saddest or the most intense.
It's
Yeah, it didn't say the
so
saddest. It
good.
just said like the best.
the best.
But I'm assuming it's the best because it's sad.
It's
well, it's probably got elements of all of it,
so
you know?
good.
Probably
Yeah.
got a little bit of everything. Yeah, it really is.
So I will say nothing other than I watched the preview of what is to come.
Yeah, we
And
did.
I am so excited.
T and I have gone out of our way to not watch any upcoming things.
Yeah, I can't help it because I've played Last of Us
Yeah,
and
you
Last
know.
of Us 2.
You know.
So
I know the general beats that are coming, so I'm like, what are they going to do next?
Yeah,
What are
yeah.
they going to do? Because I'm excited because it's been really, really good.
Yes.
I don't like having that foresight.
That's
I
fair.
don't, do you disagree? I've just been not doing it because I don't want to know, but I'm sure you would probably watch it.
I would probably watch it.
But I
yeah.
can see from your perspective, not having played it, that's just raw spoilers.
Yeah.
Like you just,
Yeah,
like you're
I've never
already enjoying
played
it,
it.
so why look
Yeah,
ahead? You're
yeah.
just going to see it.
I want everything to be a surprise. I want to enjoy it how it is.
But I've been pleasantly surprised by how different
Yeah.
it has been, but how much better every change has been.
That's what I was just going to say. I think
All
it
these Bobby
speaks to
Frowleys despawned because I touched the concrete.
I think it speaks to how good it is that like you still
Yeah.
are like, "Oh."
I'll be honest.
Like
I watched
delight.
the first one and I was like, why did they bother? I'm like, this is just point for point, just the game. Like,
It
why
really
would you,
truly is.
I was like, why would you do it? And then they started to mildly deviate or add to it.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
was like, okay. Because I'll admit, first half hour of the first episode, I was like, this is just the game.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the game with like 6 extra minutes from just Sarah's perspective, which makes it so much worse. But I was like, okay, why bother? I'm like, who is this for? Who's this show for? This show's for me. I was wrong. This show is great. It is so good. Oh my God.
It really is.
But I had super low expectations, and they've just been completely blown out of the water.
Bill
I-
and Frank.
I had reasonable expectations. I'm pretty sure we've talked about that episode on this show.
Bill, no, on here on
no,
Soul Link.
I don't know. Maybe.
I think we did.
No.
It's been over a month, so there's no way we
No.
could have,
Yeah.
yeah.
because we wouldn't. It
It
wouldn't,
wouldn't
have been out
a
yet.
thing.
So the Bill and Frank episode, holy cow!
Very good.
Loved it.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You guys went
so
back
much.
and looked at like Game Frank or Game Bill, right? Like you looked up a little bit about it.
I don't think we did.
So
Not
like,
really.
are you aware how
I knew-
just how much of a masterpiece that
I
was?
knew because
outside of it being great.
I've
obviously,
done
but, like
I
You
played
got
that
through that
part.
part.
Yeah.
So I knew. So we talked about it because I knew in context that that's
Yeah.
what it was in the game.
Yeah.
because
but-
it's oh my God, they took a note and a like environmental set piece and they made me feel things for like 90 minutes. And I was like, it's just so sad.
It's so
They
good.
just love each other so much.
Yeah.
Isn't it beautiful?
Just
Oh.
this lovely love story in the middle of the most awful of circumstances of the world is just literally.
And I'm sitting here going, when is Frank gonna like
expecting them to go the way.
I was
and,
think-
like,
I was
do
waiting
the
for the same thing, yeah.
I'm like, when is it gonna happen?
And they get in the fight, and,
And
you're
they-
like, oh, here we go.
Yep.
It's
And I'm
gonna
like,
happen.
I can't watch this. I'm like, they've personalized them too much, and then they did.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are you doing to me? And then it was just
I
it was
think
great. I'm trying not to like say specifics.
no,
if you
this is a
haven't watched
spoiler
it.
cast.
But yeah,
Because I want to talk about how the
We
last
have
one
to.
ended, so this is going to be 100% a spoiler cast.
because we could talk about Sam and Henry too.
But I want to say, because there's been
Oh,
people that
For more.
make remarks that I know of that are just like, what was the point of that episode, the Bill and Frank one, and whatever. It's
What?
Yeah,
Really?
people are weird.
yeah, people are weird. But anyway,
Oh, you don't like stories about humans?
Well,
I
the
think they're
thing-
like,
I think-
well, it's supposed to focus on Joel and Ellie.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
And, like, the
no,
zombies or
that
whatever.
episode was for people who played The Last
Joel
of Us.
and
Oh, wait,
Ellie
I wonder what's up with Bill.
Are a like entry point, right?
They're to
Into
get you
this
into the
world,
world.
into the world. They're
And then they're like, hey, let's look at
it's an
what it
entry point,
actually is.
and they're kind of a long arc that kind of takes you through it. But
So-
you get
Yeah.
to see what becomes of this world.
yeah.
And then like the different personalities.
But to me, the Bill and Frank story, regardless, like if you want to tie it back into how the world functions and whatnot, it is arguably the best case scenario of your life in the setting.
Yes.
And
They-
it's still not
Yeah,
like
they
it's,
lived a full life.
Yeah.
it's great in perspective, but it's not because like they have to worry about raiders and like all that stuff.
Yeah.
And like where they're gonna get food and like.
Yeah.
He's very sustainable, but that is the best case scenario for your life
You're-
in that world.
Well, it's like I loved it too though, because at first you're like, okay, Bill's this crazy like doomsday prepper. He's loving this. This is like what
Yeah.
he's been preparing for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill is thriving.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And then-
it's so good.
And then Bill gets to love.
Yeah.
Something he never thought he'd
got
get to do.
Ever. If society was still as is, Bill would be miserable.
Yeah. So I was laughing because I listened to the audio book. I know it's not technically reading, but I listened to the audio book.
I had words go in my ears.
Yeah, like maybe a decade ago when I was in college for World War Z.
Mm.
And there's a chapter narrated by Mark Hamill
Mm.
where they talk about how the entire continent is zombies,
Mm-hmm.
like all of the United States. And they formed a literal line from coast to coast of soldiers with shovels and a gun for every soldier, and they just swept the continent. And they found every zombie and they killed them. And they knocked them dead. And they go, the zombies weren't what you had to worry about. You had to worry about, they called them Lamos, the last man on earth types, that have been just waiting for the world to die so that they could just snipe with reckless abandon and eat like canned dog food, and they're thriving in the apocalypse. And
Yeah.
he's like, I would take a horde any day over one guy that's put like some jerry-rigged claymore before he like
The
passed
guy,
out drinking.
yeah, the warrior archetype.
So I was dying when I'm like, Bill Zolomo, let's go! And he
But-
builds a
but-
whole town, and
Yeah.
he's like, I've been waiting for the deep state to collapse. And I'm like, yeah, Bill!
I've been waiting for civilization to fall.
So good.
What I like about it, right, is that like Bill was an unlikable person, probably on like
But maybe
balance,
a
I
bit,
guess.
bit gruff.
Yeah.
Undeniably.
Yeah,
He was living in his parents' basement, right? Like
Yes.
literally.
I think he was living in his mom's basement
yeah.
with like CCTV
Yeah.
tapped into the town.
Yeah, and then you start, but then you're like, look at Bill doing his thing. I thought when Frank came that he was gonna like shoot him and like take his like compound. Like I thought it was just gonna be
That's-
like, oh hey,
Yeah. That's what Papa was worried about too. He's like, he's gonna kill you.
yeah.
He's gonna kill you.
That's
And I go, I'm like, I'm like, bro, I only know the name Frank from a note and a context clue. I couldn't tell you anything else. But I was like,
But yeah, so they take this unlikable guy and then they like put him in a world where he can thrive, right? He's doing his thing, and then he shows a part of like, even though he's probably an a-hole, like just that he's still like a human being, right?
he's got
just
a little
searching
caramel
for love.
center buried down there.
Yeah,
Buried deep down within the recesses of his body.
yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I'm still human. What up?
And Offerman does such a good job.
He did.
Just
So they did
so
an
good.
inside the episode after all of these. I don't know if you guys watched those.
We watched that one, I think.
There's a blurst image, and it is Nick Offerman with no facial hair,
Yeah.
and it is haunting. I'm not to say nothing of the man's looks, because that's shallow. It's just alarming to see someone that I have only ever seen with minimally a mustache as Ron Swanson, to suddenly see just
Clean shaven.
clean shaven. And I think he did it once in an episode of Parks and Rec, and it was also just alarming. I'm like, something's
Yeah.
wrong. I'm like, where's the beard or the mustache? Where
Yeah,
is it?
it was really
It's just very jarring.
scary.
But I also can't grow like a beard, so I don't have that for myself. So I'm just like, oh, that guy.
So I do
Let's
want
go.
to jump ahead to the most recent episode
Yes.
in case we don't get time to talk about
Yeah.
the other one.
Keep it nice and
I do want to make Drew a little bit uncomfortable in that I want to talk about how it ended because he knows what's going to come up.
Yes,
and
so,
we don't.
Yes, so do not look at me.
Yeah.
What?
Look away.
Drew knows what's going to happen tomorrow because he's played the game.
I
He
have
knows.
played The Last of Us.
He knows.
You're not going to tell us, are you?
I'm not gonna say a
No,
word.
I'm just
I'm not
saying
gonna say a
I'm
word.
going to
That's
talk
what I'm-
about
that's what
my.
I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
do
I want
this.
to. I want to talk about my
because
theories.
my face will inevitably contort.
Oh,
when
I
you say
see.
something.
That's why you're saying don't look at
So
him.
pay no attention to the
wanna
man
sh-
behind the curtain.
I want to share my opinions and my predictions,
I will
and I
do my
want to hear
best
yours.
to
but
eat
I,
my tongue.
I just want to say Drew knows, so he's not going to be able to participate in this
Okay, I
brief
see.
conversation.
No, it's fine. Do your thing.
So
I'm
the
gonna fight this
last
phantom.
one ends. Full spoilers. You've turned it off by now if you haven't.
We'll
and
just put
the-
it in the title. Be like, we talked about The Last of Us.
The Joel gets absolutely shanked with like a bottle or a knife, or it was a shiv, I think.
It's the bottom half of a wooden baseball bat.
Okay, so he absolutely murked. Should not have taken it out of his gut. That was a
Yeah,
mistake.
isn't that like a number one rule? You don't pull out what stabbed you,
You definitely don't do that.
so you don't bleed out.
Yeah. That's
So-
that's like number one ER rule.
Yeah.
Leave the knife inside and drive to the ER with the knife in you.
Yeah.
So he does that. They're riding on the horse, and he falls off the horse, and Ellie's freaking out, which is totally fair. I personally think there's only 3 outcomes to this. I don't think I would, as much as I'm enjoying the show, I would be really, really upset if she somehow gets him back on the horse unassisted. That is physically impossible. I don't care how stressed you are or like what adrenaline's pumping through you. A girl that young cannot lift a man that large up onto a horse, which is already very difficult to climb up on.
You get a horse assist.
How's the horse going to assist?
You have the horse.
They can't even like.
They can
sit,
lay down.
really.
Yeah,
They
they
have
can.
to be like.
Okay, I don't even think she could lift him on a horse that's sitting down. That's just not
yeah, you
possible.
could. You could drag somebody. If the horse is
Up
on the ground,
over the horse.
you
That's
all
like
you have to
this
do is
big.
drag. No, not if it's on the ground.
A horse sitting down is like that big.
No, it's like there.
That's a pony.
No, it's not a pony.
Drew,
Tia, I do have to say, for
It's not a pony.
yeah, for reasons that I will not mention the specifics of, I've been looking up a lot about like just animals, heights, weights, average sizes, all shapes and sizes. The average like bronco or Mustang or sort of like riding horse weighs approximately like 16 to 2,200 pounds. They stand about 11 feet tall.
Yeah, but it's not standing. Have you guys never seen a horse when its legs are curled up
but,
underneath
like,
it and it's
the height you just did is our
Yeah.
1-year-old son's rocking horse.
Like, so 11 feet.
yeah, that's where it's like torso
To put it in
would like
perspective,
reach up to.
Like the top of the horse's head is
Oh.
2 of me and a little bit more. Sure.
So there's 3 options that could happen. The first one is that he unfortunately dies, and then she like digs him a grave like Henry and Sam, and they spend the time like making it sad, and it's a thing, and she moves on with her life.
Spend the time making it sad.
Like in the episode, because
As if it wouldn't just be sad.
No, I know, but like as opposed
Anyways,
to doing
no,
it in the
carry on.
last 30 seconds of the last episode.
I said I wasn't going to say anything.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like instead of trying to squeeze it in,
Yeah.
they'll make
Okay.
it long and sad.
Yeah.
Option 2 is she can't do that or doesn't do that. Something happens, like zombies come out or a raider or something, and she just gets on the horse and leaves. And we don't actually get to see him die.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then maybe they recognize him from his raiding days and help him or whatever, but we don't get to know that.
Okay.
Option 3, I forgot. So,
Did you really?
yeah.
But you had a third
Yeah.
theory?
Those are like the only 3 ways it could go, is what I was going to say in my head. Like, those are the only ways it could play out from here. Because she can't get him on the horse. Or, the third one was she finds a way to like cauterize or like sew shut his wound or something, and then they camp here on the side of the road for like a week while he recovers. But those are the only 3 outcomes I can see happening, because it's impossible to get him on a horse at that size.
What?
All right. Capsa Kid chooses death.
I keep running into Mankeys.
What are your thoughts?
I'm trying not to fight these Mankeys.
She's going to just hoist him up and carry him to the next...
She's going to one-hand lift him.
Take him back to...
Up you go.
Take him back to Tommy.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm not sure. I think I just don't think I would be impressed if they did it. I don't think they're gonna kill him. I don't think they're gonna kill Joel. I would be, like I said, very shocked and impressed if they do.
I think they could, because it's not TV, because it's based on a game. If this was a TV show, I would agree with you.
But it is a TV show.
But it's based on a game.
I get it.
And it wouldn't
but
have been made to a TV show unless the story was good. If they did all the classic TV show
There's lots of
cop
trash
out,
TV.
no, you're not listening to what I'm saying. The game is good.
Yeah.
They would not have adapted the game into a show if
Yeah.
it was a trashy TV story. There would have been like, there's 100 of those. Why do we care? Because this is good and different, they made it into a show. So I'm saying those rules don't apply.
Well, okay. I understand what you're saying, but I don't think that...
So you think
Somebody
they go...
thought it was good.
So they go, yeah, this story's so good, but that part where Joel died, we can't have that on TV. He has to live.
Yeah, I could definitely see somebody being like, you can't kill
Nah,
Joel.
there's
You
no
can't
way.
do it.
If Neil Druckmann's the guy who made the game is making it, though, he wouldn't do that. Every
Maybe.
change they've made for the better.
But if
They're
it
like, oh,
comes-
the Bill and Frank part is amazing. Now, don't kill Joel. That story, that amazing story point,
Yeah.
no, throw that away. There's no way. There's no way.
Yeah.
Nope. That would be,
I think so. I could see a higher up being like, you can't.
if that
you can't
happened,
kill
I'd
Joel.
stop watching. If they did that, I'd be like, nothing
If
is
what?
safe.
If they don't kill Joel?
No, I'm not
If-
saying if they don't. If they pull a cop out like she does, magic superhuman powers, places him on the horse, rides him back to town, and there's no consequence, I'm done.
If
Something's gonna happen.
What if
I don't
they
think it's gonna
go,
be like
"Hey,
that. I don't think it's gonna be a fairy
we
tale.
brought in a guest writer, guess what? It's David Benioff, and you know who we brought? D.B. Weiss.
No.
And he's like, you see, Ellie sort of forgot that she had superpowers, and she hauls Joel back onto the horse
It can't be.
and purifies his
If
wounds.
if it's that easy, then why stab him in the first place? There's no story reason for it.
No, I think there'll be some kind of consequence. I just don't think he's gonna die.
That's fine. I presented opportunity. 2 of my 3, he doesn't die.
Yeah.
But
well,
I'm
that's what
saying-
I'm just saying. Of like, I'm not.
It can't be easy and without consequence.
Yes.
She can't get him on the horse. That is not a thing. It
You're
can't
so
happen.
determined that she can't get him on the horse.
It's more bothering me that you think she could.
I just think that she looks at him like a father figure now.
Sure.
And
100% agree with that. And can
I
summon the
feel-
mama bear strength to lift someone twice her weight and height up onto an 11-foot horse.
To be perfectly frank, to tie it in there, I believe that Ellie being, I think Joel is literally twice her height. I think Joel might be
Triple
closer
her
to
weight.
triple her weight.
Yeah, there's no chance.
No offense to Pedro Pascal. You're like literally a proportional
Yeah.
Dude.
human man.
To a child.
Ellie is meant to be like 13
Yeah.
Yeah.
or 14, I think.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what I'm saying is,
You at age 13 trying to lift Alex up onto a horse. You couldn't do it. You couldn't.
like, I know.
There's no side plot where Ellie's doing bench presses.
That
like,
we've
I
seen.
know because I know
Paid
my
and gain.
weight limits for sure. Like I from my days of stocking shelves, I know what I can't lift proportional to my weight.
That's true. I would
And I have to imagine.
I had trouble lifting the cat litter.
Now Pedro Pascal is probably 5 to 12 cat litters, depending on brand and structure.
It's not gonna be a thing.
He would
But
be very heavy.
I will say
Cue the Beatles
that
song.
the
Maybe Tommy's right behind. He decides that he took seriously his brother's whole thing of like, oh, I'm falling apart. I
Honey.
can't do this.
yeah, that's
Soren
fair.
Stu found honey.
But I
sick.
would think that would be kind of a bummer thing to have happen right away. I would want them to struggle on the side for like at least a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I
with
don't-
what just happened, you can't
You're
have
just
a,
asking me what I think might happen.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a possibility.
I'm okay with that. That would be a cool thing.
guy just
I'm
gripped me
just
for
saying there
5?
can't be a fairy tale thing 2 minutes into him falling on the ground.
No, and I don't think there will be.
Like they need
With-
to struggle for a little bit.
Yeah, that's their whole life is a struggle.
Yeah. I was just saying I like that idea, but I'm adding on to it.
Life is a struggle.
Yeah, it is. It for real is.
Yeah.
So I don't know,
Yeah.
but the critics have seen all the episodes prior to, and they said episode 3, which is Bill and Frank, is really really good, but episode 7 takes the cake, and that's
just-
tomorrow's.
Oh my gosh.
So
Yes.
I'm trying to not get my hopes up too high, but it's
Yeah.
not working.
I just don't really
mean, it's
think about
hard.
it. I don't think about it because I just don't want to have those expectations.
When
and then,
someone tells you that the Bill and Frank episode is good, but there's one that's way better,
yeah,
they have set the bar.
Real high.
They're like, here's Bill and Frank. Let's raise that up a couple notches. All right, from a standing leap, just throw yourself over. Bombardier, what's up?
I'm excited.
Yeah,
The show's killing it.
It's doing a great job.
yes,
I bring it up a lot. We talk about it all the time. Please make a BioShock show in the
Oh,
same
yeah.
vein as this, with the same attention to detail.
yeah,
Get me an actor that's never had an acting job to play Jack, and we're set.
I know we've talked about Bruce Willis
Yeah.
signing away his digi rights.
doesn't he have like dementia? Was that legal?
Yeah. Well,
He's
he's got like dementia, and it's coming, but he has like a little bit of time before it's really really bad.
So he's not fully gone. Where this was like
Correct, and that's why he's doing
elder
like
abuse.
a bajillion movies right now because
Is
he's
he?
doing it while he can. Yeah,
Because
put
I
out,
thought
like,
he can't.
He did
speak.
like no, he's going to not be able to.
Oh, he
So-
hasn't reached that point yet.
Correct. He did like 5 or 6 movies last year.
Wow.
Like he's just been cranking them out. And so he signed away his digital rights
That's crazy.
for his
What? Wait, what's?
his-
Oh,
I
you're
couldn't
fighting
get
a,
away.
you're fighting a Murkrow.
I ran into one on accident.
Well,
I can swap out. It's not a big deal. It's just,
well, you're dark type too, though. So
yeah, but he's flying. I'm
yeah,
just
but
grass.
no, but pay the pursuit rather.
Don't send out.
Yeah, I'm not
sneeze.
concerned about
hurt you.
that. I just couldn't get away. Is what I'm saying.
Well, I wasn't concerned about the Murkrow
Yeah.
until he murked half my squad.
So, but I didn't know like James Earl Jones did too, but for like just to Disney, so they can use his voice for Star Wars as Vader forever.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
No wonder they keep using the same characters for
But
Star Wars.
it's-
They're like we own them.
it's a little concerning when even like a B movie could
Jerry Seinfeld.
could just like digitally purchase like Bruce Willis and like James Earl Jones or whoever and just make a movie and just everyone's like a mocap artist.
So
You know
what do
I mean?
they? Wait, if you sign away, are you getting paid like one chunk? Are you getting paid
I think
per
you get,
time
I
they
think you
use
get,
it?
like royalties from.
I'm sure the family
production
gets
or something.
royalties for
Yeah.
sure. I'm
if,
sure
if they use it.
Yeah, I'm sure
Okay.
there's benefits to it. It's not like royalty free, public domain, whatever.
Well, not public domain.
Dude,
Dude,
if you-
sold to a private
If
company.
you like
Yeah.
gave yourself away for like just nothing.
But what
They
I'm
just
saying
use
is
you?
like, yeah,
Terrifying.
they could just get someone to mocap and then use Bruce Willis over that, and then that's it. And then like that could have been an up and coming actor's role that
Yeah.
now isn't given a chance because
Instead,
we
they
can,
have to be Bruce.
yeah. I like that's kind of weird. I don't
They
know
have
how
to
I
be
feel
Bruce
about that.
playing the character.
Yeah, but it's like it's an unfortunate. It's a double Inception acting role.
Yeah,
I'm a
acting's about to
dude
get real
playing
weird.
another dude
It's this-
disguised as another dude.
It's this unfortunate thing though, right? Because like,
Yeah.
what if like they had this technology before and like all of our movies are like our big budget movies, like, oh, here's the Avengers and Wasp is played by Audrey Hepburn and like it's all the
Yo, but that would actually be kind of sick.
but like but we don't have any like anyone else, like it's the same.
Well, they had Evangeline Lilly cut her hair like Audrey Hepburn used to do.
I
So-
don't think Audrey Hepburn would do a Marvel movie.
but
If she signed
it's
her
her
likeness
digital
away, it
rights
doesn't matter.
though. It doesn't matter.
Digital Audrey
That's what I'm
Hepburn would
saying.
absolutely do that.
They can't do
And
that with
I
somebody
would-
that's deceased, can they?
That's
Yeah,
what Bruce
that's what
Willis
they-
did it for. That's what I'm trying
That's
to
what
say.
James Earl Jones did too.
Yeah, but they're still alive.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but when they die,
after-
they still have it.
Yeah, yeah.
And they can
That's
still
the
use
scary
it.
thing. Like they have your likeness. In the same way that like absolutely in a second I would sell out for money, like enough money to comfortably live, like generational wealth. Yeah, I would sell out. But that's that's an alarming proposition if you think about it. If you're an established actor already and they're like, "Hey, do we have your permission to digitally recreate you for all time
Yeah.
on any movie project?" And you're just like, yeah. And they're like, great. We have this awesome like Saw ripoff. We just really want to use you as every character. And you're like, oh, I don't know how I feel about that. Like that's
Right.
got to be alarming that
Yeah.
you don't really get to pick. Well, here's the other thing. Like if you sign your rights away, do they still have to get your permission if you're like your estate's permission for the movie?
I'm sure it's in the
Do you have
contract.
to like
Yeah,
agree to
that's
the thing, or
probably-
can they just like green light
Now,
like 30?
here's the thing, right?
VW
Because
movies.
Bruce Willis was first, and maybe there's a clause in there for that, where like his family gets to decide if he's in it or not.
Yeah, but what
But there's
happens
gonna
if
be
you
people
don't?
that get screwed that don't have that,
Yeah.
and they can use them for whatever.
And they can just do anything.
You
Like
think they
that's
would-
got to be alarming.
You think they would do that over like new people?
Yeah, absolutely. Because like Bruce Willis can sell a movie
Yeah.
just like by him just being in it.
right.
If they're like, oh, you want to go see the new Bruce Willis movie, they're not going to say like, oh, you want to see Die Hard 9.
here's
you want
my-
to see the Bruce Willis movie.
My counterpoint to
Right?
that question: they've been doing it already. Look at Star Wars. They had that Grand Moff Tarkin guy, fully CG of a deceased actor.
And it was
Carrie
alarming.
Fisher's a fully CG of a deceased
Ghostbusters.
actor. Ghostbusters. Like they're already doing it.
That was alarming, to say the least. In the context of the Ghostbusters universe, yes, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
In the context of there's the human being that you just digitally superimposed into a movie about ghost busting. It seems a little strange to me. I agree it was done quite tastefully, but why? Just don't show his face.
Yeah.
You know? Just have hands. It's implied.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That would have been fine. But I love the Ghostbusters movies, but it's just like it's a little like where do you draw the line? You know?
Yeah.
At what point do you not do that? That's the scary thing for me about like signing away your likeness forever. But to that point though, could you imagine they just digitally impose like Sinatra's Iron Man? That would be so weird. They just decided they were gonna do that. Circadian.
Oh, 2 evolutions.
Go. Too late.
Nice.
Look at this lifesaver. I got it from a family pack. Circadian evolved the hypno. When it locks eyes with an enemy, it will use a mix of psi moves, PSI moves, pounds per
Yes.
square inch, such as hypnosis and confusion. This dude's 5'3", 167 pounds. He is
Wow.
dense. It's all in the wrist. Let's go, Circadian. right. Circadian, let's go. Let's take a look at you.
Look at this gang of Mankeys.
Forewarn remains.
Up to no good. For sure.
That's profiling, Tia. They're just hanging out on the road.
Yeah, blocking anybody from getting through.
You got by them.
Yeah,
Unabated.
by going towards the cliffs.
Shall we regroup at the Pokemon Center for the end of the sode?
Which one? This
I'm
one?
at
Any
the,
of them.
I'm at the town, but
Okay.
I'm already at
I'm
one,
here.
so I'm good.
I'm at a Pokemon
I'm at
Center.
Cascarafa, where I've been this whole sode.
I'm also at Cascarafa.
while I've just been like mindlessly leveling up.
Same.
Yeah, I'm ready for the gym.
If Joanna had like a stronger, more accurate ground move, I would be like, absolutely.
You're in.
But I think Joanna has like a 75 accuracy ground move.
No, that's
108 hit points and can't be harmed by electrical damage, which is massive. But shall we end it there for this one?
Yeah.
I'd say thanks everybody so much for watching.
Thank you.
The triumphant return of the Soul Link, where we discussed The Last of Us and digital actors. Let us know your thoughts on those in the comments. For anybody who's played the Last of Us games, keep the spoilers out of there. Let's keep it chill.
Yeah.
But if you're watching the show, it's awesome. And also, thanks for watching our show. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and we'll catch you in the next one.
See ya.
Bye bye.